Yo guys, HazzaHD here, and today I got another video for you, and this one is, as you can tell by the title, is top 5 guns in Infinite Warfare. So just before we get into the video, make sure you leave a like on that video. On this video, why did I say that video? I meant this video. I don't know, but anyway, make sure you leave a like. As you know, I've keeping up these daily uploads for about 2 weeks now, so make sure you drop a like for that. Let's try and get like 5 likes. 10, let's go 10 likes, 10. I'm being optimistic, So let's get into the top 5 guns. Technically it's a top 6, but you know, no one ever watches the top 6, so I'm going to keep it as a top 5, and just use one as in like an honourable mention type thing. So, the honourable mention is the Volk. The Volk's one of them guns. I've not really used it myself, because obviously it's quite high thingy, and I've just prestige and stuff, but, it's one of them guns. It really does annoy you if you're playing against it. It's a remake of the AK-47. It's very powerful, but I think it's been nerfed recently, so I don't think it's good. That's why it just falls out this top 5. But it's still a very good gun. Don't get me wrong, just try it out for yourself. But it just gets out. So it's like number 6 if you like. But it just gets out the top 5. That's why I've got it as like an honourable mention. But yeah, it's a very powerful gun. And there's some like that, like the Volk Goliath. That's like one of the, if you got that, then it makes it like one of the best guns in the game. But anyway, let's get into the top 5. So at number 5, we have the K-Bar 32. The K-Bar 32 is obviously an assault rifle. You get it at level 3, so obviously it's quite an early unlock. Like, this is like my second favourite gun at the minute in the game. Like, it was my first, but then I got which I'll get into in a minute, the number 4. But you know, it's still a very strong gun. It's one of the fastest killing assault rifles. Like, it just melts people. Like, you could just use it to flank around the back. You're gonna get like quad feeds if you get it. It's good. It's just so fast at killing. Obviously it's got quick reload as well, which obviously if you put fast mags on it, it's just like insanely fast. But it's got very good iron sights as well. Like, you can obviously use a red dot on it if you want, but it's got like an ELO type iron sight on it, which is quite cool. Like, you got the little dot. I think it's like a not triangle, no, square. I mean a cross. It's got like a cross on it, which is quite cool. So it's kind of like an ELO sight already, and obviously ELO sight's obviously the most OP thing, because like you get I'm not sure I don't think you get the ammo count, but the ammo count's like down in the bottom corner anyway. You might do, actually. I can't remember, but it kills in like 3 to 4 bullets. So obviously it's very quick, and obviously because it's got that fast fire rate, it kills in like a second, 2 seconds, depending on obviously how fast. I'd like to say how fast you're shooting, but it don't matter how fast you're shooting, because it's an automatic, ain't it? But yeah, it kills in a couple of seconds, maybe more. I don't know. But yeah, it kills in a couple, literally 3-4 seconds. So it's a really fast gun. It's got a little more recoil than other assault rifles, but it just kills the fastest. So obviously that kind of counts it out and stuff. And also it's like very it can be used with lots of different class setups. Like, there's some guns you can use with, like, you have to use a certain class setup, otherwise it's not as good. Like, there's some class setups that make it OP, and there's some that just makes it terrible. This you can use with, like, you can change it around. You can use it with different class setups and everything, which is really cool. But yeah, that's the K-Bar. That's at number 5. So for number 4, we have the MV4. This is my favourite gun in the game at the minute. I don't know, I've got a class with it, and it's really OP. Make sure you go watch my MV4 class setup. I have changed it around a little bit. Now instead of running, I did run foregrip on it, but you don't really want to run foregrip, because I have the Fallout variant, and that kind of does a foregrip for you. So what I'd recommend running on it is quick draw, FMJ, and silencer. You either can use FMJ or extended mags, depending how many kills you get. Sometimes I run extended mags, sometimes I don't. But, you know, it varies for different maps and stuff. So obviously it's a smaller map, you're going to get more kills. A bigger map, you're not going to get any kills. You know, it obviously varies. But, it's got, once again, very good iron sights. It kind of reminds me like the Honey Badger. It's kind of very similar to that, with obviously the iron sights, because I don't know, I really like the iron sights. It's one of them guns that I don't use sight on it, same as like the K-Bar. obviously that saves up a slot and everything. So yeah, I wouldn't recommend putting any sight on it, because I just love the iron sights. They're probably one of the best iron sights in the game, I reckon. But yeah, so it's got no recoil, pretty much no recoil. There's a tiny bit over like super long ranges, but it has almost no recoil. It's I don't know, it's an odd gun because it has no recoil. It's just it destroys over long range. Like I've had some like couple of kill. Obviously, if he's slightly damaged, couple of shot kills over like the other side of the map, which is just like it kind of blows you away how actually powerful this gun is. I would recommend running silencer on it because it just seems like a different gun when it's got silencer in it. It seems to be more powerful. I don't know, but then obviously you're not muzzle flash, no muzzle flash. You're not going to appear on the mini map or anything. It just makes it a lot better. It's one of them guns. It's kind of a go-to weapon because you use it on any map, any game mode. You know, it just works on every map, which is like I'm pretty sure it's the only gun in the game that actually will work perfectly on every map. So it's kind of one of them go-to guns. If you don't know what else to use, you're stuck between guns, just go for the MV4. So yeah, sorry. Obviously, you will do good with this weapon, whatever. So whatever mood you're in, you obviously gonna get less kills and everything, but it's just a very powerful gun, and you're gonna be getting high KDs with it. Like obviously whatever the game is or whatever. So if you ever playing bad in the game, just switch with MV4, and you never know, you might pull it back up. You more than likely will. It, like I say, it's a very reliable gun. And it has one of probably the most strongest variants, like the best variants in the game, because it's got that Fallout, which is very powerful, and then obviously the Chaos. The Chaos is apparently OP, and then there's the other one that's got unlimited damage range. Flatline, that's it. That has no recoil at all, which is just insane. But yeah, it has like even some of the commons and the rares, just all the variants for are just so overpowered. So yeah, that's number 4 spot on the list. Then we go on to 3. This is an SMG. So the next 2 are SMGs. So obviously we had 2 assault rifles, 2 SMGs. That seems fair technically. So this is the ERAD. The ERAD is like it's a very good gun. I don't like it personally because I'm more of an assault rifle person instead of an SMG person. But it's the best starting SMG you can get. Obviously out of all them lists. I reckon it's the best SMG. Not, I'll get into that in a minute, but I reckon it is one of the best SMG in the SMG list. It's got a slow reload time, but obviously it needs to pull up because it's a laser weapon, which it's a laser weapon, yeah. Sorry. So it's got a slow reload time, which is a bit of which obviously that's why it's at number 3 instead of being lower because of the reload time. But you can use it, use a silencer or you can use the unsilencer. So it kind of works either way. It melts players like mad. It's got such a fast fire rate. It's one of them guns. It's kind of a run and gun weapon, so you can get on the flanks. If anyone pops in front of you, you're probably going to get the kill with it because it fires so fast. Obviously, it can use in lots of different class setups, same as the K-bar. It's a very good rush gun. It's quite again another a good go-to weapon, to be honest. If it's a small map, it's good for rushing. But then if it's a big map, it's obviously good for the flank. So yeah, it is a good SMG. So number 2 is the MACTAV 45. This is a classic gun. Obviously, it's the UMP. It's a UMP. I think it's a UMP. Please don't tell me. I'm pretty sure it's a UMP. I know it's a UMP. If I'm wrong, please don't judge me. But anyway, the MACTAV 45. This is obviously a classic gun. That's why obviously this is the best SMG. That's why I obviously didn't say the ERAD was. That's why I said it's the best in its class, because obviously the MACTAV 45 isn't in the SMG class, but it is an SMG, if you get what I mean. There's hardly any recoil on it, which is kind of odd. It's obviously most SMGs have quite a lot of recoil because they're fast fire rate, they're more of a short distance gun, but it has hardly any recoil. It's got a super fast fire rate. It's got probably one of the fastest fire rates of any gun in the game. It literally melts players in seconds. It seems like only a two-shot kill when it's actually a 4 because of how fast it shoots. The hit detection is better with silencer, so if you put on a silencer, it does actually seem like a different gun, because it seems like you kill players faster. I don't know why, it's probably just a glitch in the game, but it does seem like you kill players faster. But silencer is a must on the MACTAV. So the MACTAV is the best SMG. But obviously you need to get prestige to get it, and obviously I've got prestige, but I like snipers, so I unlock the TF first, obviously intervention. But the next prestige I will be unlocking the MACTAV 45, and I'll probably be getting some like gameplays of that when I'm prestige next time. But yeah, it's the best SMG, so that's number 2. And now on to the number 1 spot. The number 1 spot is an LMG. It's the RAW, or the RAW, because it's like in dots. I don't know what it stands for, to be honest. But obviously this is an LMG, and it's technically not an LMG because I don't know. It's got a very fast reload time, and it's really good at close range for some reason. Now, personally, I don't like SMGs because I don't know. I've never liked SMGs. But I might have. I will give it a try eventually, because it's just, I don't know. It's very broken, to be honest, because it's obviously very good at very good at close range. It doesn't seem like an MG. It does melt like an SMG. So it's kind of like an SMG gun, but then it's obviously got a massive mag. It's got a really long fire rate. But what I would recommend is, if you have to use the Merc payload, and then you also got to put man-at-arms, as this starts you with a lot more ammo. So you've got literally pretty much, you can kill like 5 people with just one clip, which is insane, to be honest. And then also, because of man-at-arms, it lets you run like you would with an SMG, which is obviously the quickest obviously gun to run with, which is just, I don't know, it's kind of weird, to be honest, because it makes it seem not like an LMG anymore. It makes it more seem like an SMG, which is, I don't know, not Treyarch, I meant Infinity Ward may fix this. So, use the gun while you can. It is a god gun, to be honest. It is a god gun. But yeah, that's number 1. I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. Sorry, this has been quite a long one, to be honest. It's like 12 minutes. But I had to go through obviously 5 guns. Normally, like, class setup, I'd go through like 1. In obviously a lot more detail. But yeah, this is obviously 5 guns. I hope you have enjoyed the video. Make sure you go try out all these. Technically 6 guns, because obviously you've got the Vulcan there at the start. But make sure you go try out all of these guns and tell me which one you preferred in the I always say description. Why do I always say description? I need to stop saying description. It's the comments. So yeah, I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.